walk and she fell flat on her face, a big scrape. And she got up and just kept going. And I was like, come here, let me do that. All right, Kelly Jackson, you want some real estate news? Boom, boom. Double barrel shotgun today.
You get two of us. Yes.
Kathy Helbig, owner and realtor with Experienced Real Estate Partners from the Kathy Helbig Group. And part of the group, 𝕊𝕌𝔹𝕊𝕜, who joins us once again here on the Big 550 KTRS. Good morning, ladies. Welcome back.
Good morning. Good morning.
Let's talk about trying to time the market, because everybody loves to do it and nobody can.
Yes. So Lori and I decided we'd come here together because we just had a real life experience of a couple that we worked with that were trying to time the market a little bit nervous about having to sell before they buy. So Their intention was, yeah, come over and talk to us, but we're probably not going to sell yet until we find something, right? So
that's right.
That's always the first step.
Okay.
So, people right now, what we're trying to do is encourage you to at least make a phone call and set up an appointment with us to talk, because how quickly things changed for them.
Because it's a dance.
It is a dance.
It is a dance. So what happened?
So we sat down, I went over, talked to them about their listing, and, the first thing out of their mouth was, yes, we absolutely don't want to be put in a position where we have to move out of our house, and we don't have a house to move to. And there's not a whole lot that we're seeing on the market that we love right now. I mean, that's the conversation I have day in and day out with people. After we talked through all their viable options, their eyes were opened a little bit, and then they realized that maybe it's not a bad idea to think about some other opportunities, and they didn't realize that the buyers are willing to work with sellers on closing dates. Buyers are giving people lease back options. There's even these hedge funds that we've talked about, these investor groups out there that are now even entertaining lease backs for people to be able to buy their home and let them stay in for a little bit until they find something else. So after we had that conversation, enters Lori. Lori comes to the rescue, starts saying, low pressure. I'll let you kind of tell from there how you took them and how they made their decision.
Right. It was baby steps along the way. Let's introduce them to the market, take them to a few houses, let them see what their money can buy right now. And then they got excited about the inventory that was out there.
Right.
So then you have to fall back on your deal making, your negotiation, your contract, and you really just kind of hold their hand along the way, and you really work out the kinks in the contract to benefit both sides, primarily your client.
So they find a house they like, then what? When you're making the offer, you say, hey, I can close, but I can't close, or I can hold off, or I can sell this, but I want to stay in it for 6 months.
We
How does all that
actually
work?
worked out a major miracle.
Right.
Where there was no displacement. So, they were able to stay in their house as long as they needed to.
Right.
They found the other house and closed on it same day, right? Same day.
Right, you're right. We pre-signed on Thursday and closed on a Friday. So,
but going back to our topic, our title of timing the market, they sat there and looked at all of the viable options and then realized now is the time as a seller.
Right.
And do we want to maybe take the risk that we could be displaced? Okay, we don't want to double move. I don't want to move in with mom, but if we need to, we could. And so they came to the conclusion that it was smart for them to go ahead and take that risk and cash out on their house at that time. And they made a smart decision because they had a ton of activity, a ton of offers, and they made quite a bit more money over even what they were wanting to make on their house. Then in the end, they ended up not being displaced. So don't give yourself the answer before we even know what the conclusion is going to be. I'm saying let's talk about it, because timing the market right now, all the predictions are saying that next year is possibly going to slow down, but not go backwards.
Right.
And then, let's talk about the buying power.
right, well, you have an interest rate hike potentially coming up over the next year. So that for the same house, you're not going to have as much buying power. You're going to spend way more money on your loan than you are on your home.
Right.
So you really want to take advantage of the interest rates being low. You also have the potential to have an affordability squeeze out of the market.
Right. So a lot of people I know, including maybe yours truly, is saying, look, I want to do this, but I got to live somewhere.
Right.
How do I live? So to do this two-step, you need experienced real estate agents who know the market, who know how to play the game, who know how to negotiate, who have
Dreamweavers, baby.
right,
Right.
who not only, but I mean, bring a lot of trust to the table.
Yes.
So when they're talking to the buyer of my house and the seller of the house I want to buy, right, you got to be able to have some type of serious conversations.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Right.
people need to be thinking about, you know, the affordability thing and the interest rate hike. You're doing new construction, you know, you better get moving on some of this stuff. I know you're in a.
Yeah, let's get moving on this deal.
But as rates raise, you know, how long can you lock a loan and what does it cost you to lock a loan for
Right.
extended period of times? So you have to start thinking about, oh gosh, I don't wanna pay 10,000 or 15,000 over a list on a house right now, I'm gonna wait out the market.
Right.
But now you're gonna be buying $50,000 less of a house next year just to have a 1% interest rate hike. You're going backwards, but the prices are not gonna come backwards $50,000.
I guess that sort of answers the question. If I sell now, great, it's a nice inflated price, but anything I buy is equally inflated. So now I get a better interest rate, so that saves me from 6 months from now.
That's
Exactly.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice
You're not
conclusion,
renting.
McGraw. You think you
We
do
don't
this for a
represent
living or
you.
something.
There you go. Let's get Kelly Jackson going. She's a professional tire
Miss
kicker.
Kelly, it's time. The time has come.
Yes,
Yes,
time
it
is
really
now.
is.
Yes, Cottleville's got some nice little places for you. Emerson would really like to see Ann Kelly out there.
That's
All right, Kathy Helbig and Lori Anaya?
Anaya.
Anaya, close enough.
That's right.
I know Lori is Lori, so there you go. 314-276-SOLD, 314-276-SOLD. So the bottom line is this. If you're thinking about selling, don't talk yourself out of the market.
Just talk to us.
Call, have a conversation, different options,
We won't
different
talk
things
you
along the way.
into something. We'll just tell you all the options that you may not be aware of, and you might be enlightened.
Yeah, no, really very smart. 314-276-SOLD or KathyHelbigGroup.com. Good stuff, ladies. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, McGraw.
742, Big 550, KTRS.
All right.
See that?
Good stuff.
Boom.
Boom. These guys are killing me out there. Do they not know? Do they just, they don't?
They
they're-
don't care because they know there's
They know this guy.